Note, this is absolutely not a video simply because I'm friends with Dee Zee Dog. We had became friends because we both commented on each other's content, and I had asked to do a Skype call with him. It all kind of spiraled from there. Since then, we've made a show on his channel, kind of bi-weekly, to everything in the description below. Today, I will not be shilling for a friend, even though he's criminally underrated and uses tags wrong, but analyzing what I like about his show and what drew me in the first place. Wow, that was quite a long explanation simply to hold off keyboard warriors. Ostensibly, Whatever Happened To is a bit uninteresting at first. Besides the concept of chronicling old YouTube channels, the mic isn't very good, the voiceover is monotone, the editing could have more effort, the scripts are often rambly, don't get to the point fast enough, or have way too many erroneous details. For most channels, these would be game-breaking flaws, but for this subject, however, Whatever Happened To makes them act as advantages. Whatever Happened To is a show about nostalgia at heart. It brings in objective history in a nostalgic light about 2006 to 2010 YouTube, an era that's often missed and high regarded for the YouTube community and the sense of person it had. The low production value added to the persona of nostalgia and even anger. They were all about talking about these old games and getting angry about them in this really comedic, nostalgic light, and the low production value often exacerbated that fact. Now, that old internet aesthetic that came up with out of not having very good equipment has become its own meta-narrative in itself. Whatever Happened To captures the sense of 2006 YouTube effortlessly, and that's part of what drew me to it. You have to grow with Whatever Happened To just like you would in 2006 era YouTube. The low production value seems like a miss, but the more you get to know the videos, the more things inevitably fall in place. They aren't simply informational videos, they're an experience. The aesthetic that was most present in the mid-2000s internet felt underground. It felt like you were digging something up in this new world. Now that everyone is absorbed into the wired, that sense of otherworldly underground community is gone, apart from dedicated aesthetic tards like myself. The more the internet becomes part of daily life, the more mainstream it becomes, the personality is just lost. Hell, 4chan is going out of business with Newgrounds close behind. Not to mention Reddit is killing forums, one of the biggest parts of old internet. Without shows like Whatever Happened To catering to such an underground demo, we may lose that nostalgia forever. It may sound hipster or edgy to believe things were better back then when the internet was underground. You'd be right. I don't subscribe at all to that mentality, and I absolutely love all the new things we've been able to get because of how new YouTube and the internet is, how many people are on there, but I do appreciate that old atmosphere. I love the grimy underground meta atmosphere of that era in internet otakudom. Today, Whatever Happened To keeps that motif alive by making an underground show about channels that were underground in an already underground landscape, a niche in long need of filling. But why is this atmosphere so important to me in the first place? I just want to see interesting art. An aesthetic can be a narrative of the video without the video needing much in the way of thought or production value. Maybe those things we call errors can be spun into something we never thought imaginable. I've crafted an entire meta-narrative about why Whatever Happened To is so underground, and it caused me to enjoy the show even more because of the notion of how the aesthetic sensibilities made me feel. Sometimes we need to read between the lines to truly understand the whole story.
The whole mentality, or at least what I'm trying to portray, is kind of that old style of YouTube content creating. Back before it became a full-time 9-to-5 job. Just some unwashed nobody with a broken up mic talking to a bunch of other unwashed nobodies.
Not too many minorities at my water park. This was our land, are a dream, and they've taken it all away. They just keep coming and coming. Minorities. I tried to go and tell the police, but even the authorities are minorities. At my water